If there's anything that we've learned in the last couple of years, it's that we may have to adjust our expectations. That trip that you may have had planned, well, it could be canceled. Returning to the office, that might have to wait too. But should we also adjust our expectations when it comes to our retirement? That's a question that we're pondering today with Gary Mattson and Laurel Steward, the father-daughter team from Mattson Financial Services, the sponsor of this segment. They're a financial firm that's been helping people retire successfully here in West Michigan for decades. And so, Gary and Laurel, have you had to have some of your clients pivot in the last couple of years and kind of change course?
I would say the thing that comes to mind is not necessarily in a negative way, but when COVID hit and different things, we plan for income and we plan for lifestyle. When it came to some of those lifestyle items, they didn't fulfill that side, right? Because of COVID with travel and things were very different. So instead, we still had those conversations because they came up with new ideas, right? Okay, well, if we're not traveling anymore, or at least for the foreseeable future, we do need some updates to the kitchen. We thought that that would come later, but guess what? You have that money now, so that can't, that was us having that conversation to say, Rachel, you put this money aside, now it's time to use this and still, outlive the dreams that you want to do.
Sure, yeah, and so a lot of changes that might become the norm. Are people also having to plan, maybe they had that expectation of how much they were going to be able to live on in retirement. Is that changing too?
Well, for our clients, the answer is no, because once again, is that we did the plan. And so by having the plan in place, we always make sure our clients are in a position to have that income from a position that the market does not affect that income. So we have two buckets, the critical income need bucket, and then we have the lifestyle bucket. And the lifestyle is the one that has the fluctuation of markets are up or markets are down, that we can do more or do less. And the markets have been good to us recently, in the last couple of years. Now, they're just kind of being really, really finicky. You're seeing a lot of what I call movement up and down, which makes it potentially that people are very worried of what that's going to mean for the future. But take out the pivots and the peaks and the valleys, if you look at it from that standpoint, and longevity-wise, the market's going to do what it normally does. And that's going to be very volatile right now, because we have a lot of expectations that we want to have, but we haven't seen. But as that mellows out, we're going to get more like 2017. We had a pullback of only 3%. Just remember that every year out there has always had a pullback, no matter when it's been in the last 22 years. There's a chart out there we actually show people. It's just how big of a pullback that is. And so you want to be prepared to be able to take advantage of that. So if we have a pullback 30–40%, you want to be buying. 2–3%, just kind of ride into it, relax.
Yeah, nice. I'm sure people have questions on how much it might actually take them to live on, because one of the things that we are seeing this year is rising inflation. And are you helping people kind of adjust their expectations when it comes to cost of living right now?
Yeah, we are seeing some changes in portfolios as well as income. And people are, getting money back from trips they can't take, and they're doing things else locally, or they are taking those trips and finding out that it's more expensive than anticipated. While the trip's locked in, all those other things like COVID tests on and off the boats, or travel on and off the planes, coming back, all those things have changed. Even Hawaii, the islands even have different requirements going off and on, just the islands themselves. So you're going to need some more money. And that's what's so important, is that making a plan that's flexible so you can have those additional funds.
Yeah, for someone who is maybe concerned on whether their investments can keep up with rising inflation, what do you do?
So what we do is we really want to be transparent and lay it all out. So we're going to have a conversation, when you first come in, and discuss what do you need, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live, right? That's first and foremost. And then we kind of backtrack and say, okay, so you need this much income. When do we layer in Social Security, right? Do we take that early? Do we let it go for a little bit, take more from your investments so we can optimize? So look at all these different strategies, and then we show you so you can see how this money will come to you, especially in crazy times when we're seeing north of 6% with inflation and, some more taxes being talked about. So we lay it all out to make sure that you understand all these pieces of your plan.
So it's really important to look at the things you can control. You can control your fees. You can control how much income you take from those taxable investments. And then generally we can look at maybe we get 1 or 2% better return by just paying attention to the markets. Markets are down, be in a position that we can move money in. When the markets are up, harvesting. Now if you did that 3–4% difference than you're doing now, even on a $500,000 portfolio, that's an extra $20,000 a year. So take care of the little things, the big things take care of themselves.
Okay, so what would you say to someone who's maybe taking a lot of risk right now in the market for big returns?
Yeah, I would say if you're in the retirement standpoint, you're getting ready to retire or already retired, and you're taking on extra risk, it's a good time. We actually have a risk analysis that's free. You can go to our website at mattsonfinancial.com, and you'll get my score. And then we can have a conversation to see how does that align with what you have. Because if you're overexposed, so you're taking on too much equities, you're overinvested in the stock market, you could be chasing those big returns, which sounds great in good times, but obviously you're going to feel that in the times of negativity, which we don't want you to see, because now you're changing your lifestyle, you're changing your income needs, and that's the last thing you should be doing when you're in retirement.
Yeah. And so, although a lot of things have changed, you are still helping people retire every day. That's still happening.
Oh, absolutely.
People
more than
are
not.
living their dreams.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say more than ever, you know, because a lot of people are seeing a lot of changes in the workplace. And so this is an opportunity, you know, for example, we have a lot of clients who are 62. They wanted to wait till 65 for that Medicare piece. But now they're saying, well, hey, I can retire from what I'm currently doing, but still go back to work somewhere else for more of an enjoyment piece. Maybe they don't want to fully retire. So we see a lot of different things, but it's most important for you to check into what you want to do. What does your lifestyle look like? And then we can make the appropriate plan from there.
Yeah. And you have an offer for our viewers to help them get started.
Yes, for the first 5 callers, if you save $250,000 or more for retirement, you're getting ready to retire, you're already retired, this is the time to get that checkup on your plan.
Yeah, so for you at home, you're watching, and this sounds like a good plan to you, take advantage of that special offer from Mattson Financial. If you're retiring or already retired, Gary, Laurel, and the rest of the team will sit down with you personally to customize a retirement plan just for you. This is a comprehensive plan that includes a look at taxes, your investments, your income sources, and so much more to help you get to and through that retirement that you deserve. So call now, 616-514-3831, 616-514-3831. And so thank you for sitting down. This is all good advice. I know once you get that whole dream is in the vision of retiring, you want to go full forward ahead.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yes, it's been our pleasure.
Yeah. And this segment is sponsored by Mattson Financial Services. Don't go away. We'll be right back.